up you. So he will just flash onto Tristana with his E, knock her up instantly, and she can't jump anywhere. And then he walks away with the kill. Let's see what happens in game.
If
you can still jump away from that.
Really, if you knock her up as well?
Yeah, so the way Trist Jump works is it has a quarter-second cast time. If any CC hits during that quarter-second cast time, she still jumps away. It's when she's completed the cast time is in air that you can interrupt it.
So Mithy will just hook her while she's flying.
Yes,
back.
that is what you need to do.
What is this bias, Deficio? So much faith.
No, that can happen in game.
Ability to outplay.
Jazz thing can happen, my thing can happen. I'm just saying, you have a lot of ways as a Blitzcrank to actually try and get onto that AD carry.
I always ask for the Twitter vote. Today I'm going to change it a little bit. Whose thing will happen more? Jat's thing of sneaky escaping Tristana, or Deficio's thing of Mithy flashing and catching Tristana? You know where and how to vote. Tag at LOL Esports and we'll find out in game.
For people that watch on mute and follow Twitter for whatever small proportion that is, seeing Jat's thing hashtagged, it's going to be weird.
Jats, according to Reddit, there's a lot of people that listen on mute when I'm shoutcasting. We'll find out whether or not they were listening once we track the Twitter hashtags. It's Cloud9 making their debut in Berlin, Germany for the Rift Rivals matchup against Team G2 Esports. G2, of course, losing earlier today.
Classic G2 fashion. Whenever they play against other regions, gotta lose that first game.
Play for late game. The interesting thing, though, about the format here is, depending on how Fnatic performs, there's a chance G2 already isn't going to finals. You actually have to make sure you're performing at a high level comparative to your own region, but you'll never get your own chance to knock them down. So actually really important to win these early games if they want to play in the finals.
Sneak sitting on Scaldy.
Look at Trick. Rocket grab into Cocoon. First blood, Sven.
Ooh, and there was just no vision on the map for C9. Part of that is because the solo lanes were just kind of cowering at their turrets, that not many places are safe for Contracts to ward. But secondly, Smoothie probably thought that was safe since the Drake had fallen, and he thought Trick will probably recall after that.
Right.
But instead, he finds his way into that brush and gets the kill.
So yeah,
no vision.
I mean, what you can do is throw in your lantern or something at first, but like it's so easy to say like, as a caster because you see obviously everything on the map at the same time. Smoothie very clearly did not expect a Trick to be there.
So G2 wait for more abilities. Mithy actually uses that Feather Storm, Sven rather, to escape. Blade Call is available to him. Manages to get a two-man route. And that's the kill for Mithy. The barrel comes out for Contracts. Now he's the target. That's a double kill for Blitz.
And if you are C9, like we just talked about how G2 have all these winning lanes and early game junglers, so C9 just actually want to try and wait. They don't really want to fight anything. They were doing okay in terms of just losing a bit of jungle pressure, but then at least getting farm in lanes. Then bot lane, Smoothie throws back that lantern. It's like, Contracts, get in here, boy, get in here. We're going to fight this. And then they both die.
And he had the flash the whole time. He's at a big level disadvantage. They pick a fight that they're not necessarily able to win, but they're also not willing to flash away. So some poor play there by the C9 bot lane.
See it again, like, so they know Elise have taken a blue buff, and she could still be on the bottom side. Hook comes in, and right now, if you are C9, you need to just try and walk away. But they actually end up lantering Contracts into it. He flashes forward with the body slam as well, uses everything he has. In a fight they're never going to win.
C9, flash Cocoon, rocket grab is going to find the target, and Trick gets the kill.
G2 knew that that flash from Contracts wouldn't be up for a few more seconds. It's ready now.
That was beautiful play there by Trick and
G2.
I mean, right now, they're not actually playing against anyone. They're literally just sitting and pushing minions and then taking every objective.
Oh, Sven, why are you here? Featherstorm comes out, sneaky.
Oh, nice flash.
Sven's in trouble, goes in with the lantern. Death Sentence is connected, and Sneaky gets out alive.
And suddenly, C9, they hit in the enemy jungle and look for just the one guy who's left on his own.
Yeah, vision control is a Blitzcrank's best friend here, and there is just the side lane pressure.
Oh, gets Contracts. Cocoon finds a target as well, sinks the fangs in.
Flash.
Trick 202. Zig Impact rather coming to engage on the clit. Death Sentence connects onto Perks, but there's no real follow-up. Chaos Storm's not doing a lot of damage. The rest of G2, they let the Rift Herald take down the inner turret and
bumping in and out, and Impact not having very impressive showings and then kind of failing to play around the top lane oftentimes. Whereas this game is the... Oh, he messed it up!
Oh, Sneaky's caught. Caster Curse exists, is real. We just praised him, and Sneaky gets busted.
Did not. He rocket jumped early.
But it just means C9 gets a bit of gold, and they have very gold-hungry champions in Tristana and Victor, so getting another tower there helps, and Smithy's dead.
Yeah, what an important hook for Mithy to land.
There we go.
Catches Smoothie into the pit. C9 at least have interrupted Baron, but at the cost of Smoothie's life.
Warlord's Zaya, who is going to be healing just fine.
Anyway, Sven, he might die for it now. That's the reason he might die.
All right, Featherstorm buys a few seconds. The flash buys even more. Stun comes back. Sven almost takes out Contracts, but the damage just not there yet. He needed that Infinity Edge. Expect teleports it into the middle lane as Sneaky rocket jumps to safety. Dominus is put down and nothing else follows up. It's a 7,000 gold deficit. Expect has flashed. Can't find the Ruthless Predator, and Jensen's able to walk away.
Remember, Jensen also sits with Cleanse ready. Could have used than C9, despite the gold lead.
Yeah, just in jungle and support, it's a 4,000 gold lead for G2, which means there's only a 2,000 gold difference across the carry roles. Now, Trick can one-shot someone, so the Elise gold actually does matter a fair bit.
Definitely matters.
But as far as the team fights go, C9 could theoretically win one if they get the right initiation.
Mithy was looking to catch Sneaky mid-air, didn't find the target. Impact does a little bit of a flyby as the barrel splits up. G2 Perks is down before the shockwave, and that means C9 are on the offensive. Expect is the target. He's a big crocodile, gets pulled back into the gravity field. Impact gets caught by the rocket crab, but it simply won't matter. Sven running away for his life. Featherstorm has bought some time. Reap it on screen, gonna be happy with Cloud9 bouncing back. And maybe this is a Baron.
Yeah, if they get Trick down, they can go for this, which is why it's so critical that he makes this chase last along.
Impact pulled out. Repel goes up. 2,000 hit points. Baron's going to be not available for G2. And Cloud9 are back.
What a comeback so far from C9. They had no pressure for the early game. They were playing it as passive as possible, and G2 couldn't push it over the edge.
We're not just tilting after such a rough early game. Mithy's getting caught now.
All right, Rocket Crab actually started that one off. Contracts is down. Caster Curse by Deficio. Junglers are traded. Excuse me, as Trick gets taken down. Impact and Sneaky waiting for a re-engage. It's a 4-on-4 scenario, but C9 with Baron.
The shockwave going down diminishes G2's ability to defend this turret. C9 might want to go pretty hard here.
Well, towers already popped. Perks out of position in his own jungle. Cloud9 still down in towers, but it doesn't matter. There's the swing, the wind-up from Smoothie. Not going to find a target yet. Sneaky just out of range. Sven gets chunked down by the Death Ray and the Chaos Storm. Forced to run for his life. Expect is killed while the Chaos Storm keeps the rest of G2 busy. In the background, you can see Phoenix One watching the game closely.
Yeah, Expect's tankiness is pretty irrelevant at this stage. They gotta be able to get the pick, but Mithy goes for Sneaky. He buffers the jump properly. They're just gonna keep recycling this play. They could even wait for the next Baron, where G2 need to get something is one kill before the Elder Drake, because those 5 Elemental Drakes could be massive.
Contracts. Here's the target. Shockwave used as well. He's able to escape. Look at the Chaos Storm! Looking for resets! Sneaky's popped. Not gonna be enough for Perks, but he finds Trick instead. Sneaky rocket jumps forward. Tags Expect with a couple of shots as Mithy's rocket crab goes wide.
And right now, C9 are just outplaying G2 in these fights here. They have the fed carries. They know exactly how to engage the fights as well with Contracts. They're going for this tower as well. Expect here, no ulti, full HP, but
that's really hard to defend. Sven has no ult.
No, he doesn't. Forced to flash. Used his Featherstorm.
He's just constantly in the right place to save his team now. Expect, yeah, he's getting covered by late game Tristana.
He's just going to get run down. Sneaky. Why would you flash? Rest of C9 comes in. There's some damage onto Impact. Rocket Crab will at least pop Skarl. But that's unfortunate. Could have been a kill.
Giant wave.
Well, good play from C9, and what an interesting game we've had.
Here's the fight.
Impact decides to engage. Featherstorm already used. Flash pop by Sven. The death sentence goes wide. Shockwave catches Cloud9, but G2 are losing all of their hit points. They're forced to run away. Expect wasn't here for the entirety of the fight. He was pushing in the mid lane.
Yeah, and here's where Triple Ocean matters. The ultimates are down from C9. G2 will return to full health, and they now have the minions in the mid lane. This could be the final push.
While Trick's HP was regenerating relatively well, Expect has managed to catch out Sneaky. Lantern goes down, but it's not activated. Expect, with Dominus running, is distracting C9. The third and final inhibitor is the focus for Sven. It goes down. Super minions pouring into the base, and this Baron power play is phenomenal.
C9 able to defend the Nexus turrets for now. But with 3 lanes of super minions coming in, it gets harder and harder. They were looking for that engage. They knew as soon as Elder Drake was gone.
They're TPing in. C9 still want to fight.
Let's see what Seeking can do. Gets caught by the power fist and the rocket grab. Impact needs to kill Sven. Deficio finally wins. It was the exact play Mithy needed to do. Contracts trying to distract and deal with C9. Trick goes down in the melee, and so does Contracts. Expect now in the front line. Cull the Meek gives him HP. Still got the GA available, and C9 have 3 members left to defend against Supers.
Well, have fun, C9. That's not going to be easy.
Oh my goodness, it's no Baron, but there's just Jensen and Krug's minions. They just have to escort them to the spot to win the
they're
game.
trying.
Smoothie's looking for Perks and catches him. Now Sven's running away. Double daggers comes out.
What just happened?
Double kill for Jensen. Death sentence on to expect. The Super Me is pouring into the base. Sven's target is Jensen for now. Manages to pop Smoothie on the back end. Featherstorm comes out. Impact is doing what he can. Scarl! Not enough to save Cloud9.
Jensen's still coming out of base.
Let's see what Jensen can do. No Chaos Storm available.
Oh, he's gonna farm 3 lanes.
And expect are running away.
Oh,
what is this game?
Man, Perks had one job. Just sit with your team and wait for the minions. And Smoothie actually found the flash engage onto him. So credit to the Smoothie for the engage here. But G2, for some reason, didn't manage to win the game.
Hey, there's a lot of things in this game, Deficio, that happen for some reason.
I've lost every brain cell. I'm done.
Let's crank in 5 people and got 1 shot. So, what do?
Well, we're going to find out. Contracts looking for Perks. No flash available. Shockwave only onto Smoothie. Perks goes golden with the hourglass, but he's taken down for Contracts. Teleport comes out from Expect. Jack, do you believe now?
Expect
looking for the engage. Smoothie's running for his life. Cocoon onto Jensen. He manages to get caught. Mithy with the engage.
Oh, it's down.
Dead Impact. Dead Jensen. Smoothie and Sneaky fall. And G2 turn the fight around.
They're actually going to do it, man. They're walking straight down the base. They just need to kill 1 inhib. But what a game!
What a ridiculous turnaround at 49 minutes. G2 win the game, lose the game, but eventually win the game versus C9.
And he just fit the game so well that Perks gets caught before the last fight and dies again. But then his team shows up and just turn it around. And